Ms Legalista here, aka Attorney Shelia, talking about Shaq. I'm finally getting served, and I guess, I don't know. I actually talked about this lawsuit that he was a part of months ago. I did not realize that they had trouble serving him, that apparently this process server, like, even threw the lawsuit papers at him. All right, but we're going to talk about it. Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I think this is the fourth time that I have tried to record this video. I've been trying to put this video out for like a week and a half now. I have run into just about every technical issue I could. I mean, one time there was some sort of clicking sound in the back, another, I don't know what happened. There just continued to be issues with this. I don't think I'm going to have any issues this time around. I actually thought about doing a live, but then I was just sort of like, you know what? It's late in the evening. You guys are going to be like, I think she's yawning. And see, if I start yawning now, I can just edit it out. But let me start talking about this. Okay, I even threw some pictures in here so we could just be all, enamored with the big guy. And here's the thing. Now, you guys know that Shaq has been playing basketball for a number of years. I think 19 years or something like that. That's a long time. My daughter's like 21. I keep going, wow, he's been playing that long. But he is now like this sports analyst, which is interesting because he was actually finishing, I guess, that gig up one night. And that's when he got served. That's when they finally found him. But yeah, let me sort of go through some of what happened here. So here's the thing, everybody hears a lot about becoming the best at what you are in whatever your career or profession is. And at that point, of course, celebrities and athletes get tons of endorsements all the time. And so as he's gone from team to team, as he's sort of shown, built up this career being a basketball player, like any of these other well-known athletes, he has had opportunities to endorse products and services. Now, here's the other thing too. He hasn't just been making his money playing basketball. I actually went back and looked at, I think it was Hype Hoops or Hoop Hype something, and they estimated that his earnings from basketball totaled about $300 million from 1992 to 2011. For some reason, I thought it was a little low. It sounds low to me. I don't know. But, that was 1992 to 2011. Hoops Hype estimates his NBA earnings at a little over 300 million or something like that. So he has money coming in there, and then he has money coming in from these endorsement deals like FTX. FTX was one of them. And I'm really going to tell you about FTX because this is where it all happened. This is where the lawsuit is coming from, the sponsorship of FTX. Now, you can look at the website here and it says it's not operational. You know why? Because, it had to file for bankruptcy. There are all of these civil lawsuits out there. Sam Bankman-Fried, who founded the company, is now facing criminal charges, I think in addition to Securities and Exchange Commission charges, plus a number of lawsuits that he's facing. And this lawsuit, this particular one, has Sam Bankman-Fried's name on it, but it includes all of these other people who were also endorsing. Now, when FTX was big, okay? Not like Shaq big, but like big. Because remember, I just said Shaq had made around 300,000. Well, they're saying his net worth now is about 400 million because he has all these endorsements that he's done. But FTX, and I got my notes here because I want to get this number right. FTX at its peak was valued at $32 billion. $32 billion, you guys. So FTX was this cryptocurrency exchange platform where you could buy and sell cryptocurrencies. Not anything I ever did. I did kind of get like one of those wallets with all the code words just so I could understand it a little bit more. But I'm not buying and selling and trading any of that because I don't know anything about it. And I like to know where my money's going and who's doing what with it. And that was just a little over my head. Now, $32 billion at that time, yeah. And Sam Bankman-Fried was like, hey, we need to get some people to endorse our stuff, you know? And what they do, they went and did a deal with the arena too. Yes, we're going to put our name on the arena. You guys, this is actually, I believe, where Shaq was working that night after he got served. That was the ironic part there. But Shaq wasn't the only one, okay? He was not the only one. So you can see here Steph Curry, David Ortiz, Tom Brady. So you had a number of other people who were actually named in this lawsuit too. And this is actually either from I'm trying to remember. This is either from the Instagram page or from the lawsuit. I want to say these are from the Instagram page. You guys went back and took some pictures there. So you can see exactly how they were promoting it. It was a back and forth sort of thing. You know, we're going to share all of this stuff about you, saying how great FTX is and trying to get your people to support this. You know, that's the deal now. But yeah, so let's talk about how it went down with everything once FTX collapsed. Okay, so this was a CNN business article. This is how it happened. This is the Miami Heat and Miami-Dade County. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm clicking on stuff here so that I can't see. Let me get this out of the way here. The Miami Heat and Miami-Dade County ended their relationship with FTX and began to search for a new naming rights partner the day the cryptocurrency exchange filed for bankruptcy. The arena was renamed FTX Arena in 2021 after the company reportedly entered a $135 million 19-year deal. You guys, these numbers are so big. And I think it's now called the Kaseya Arena, some sort of software company. I think I had never heard of them. But I think that is now who's doing this. But yeah, so Shaq at the time, he had I guess something with Zales or some jewelry company, Krispy Kreme. This is, you know, because he's like, I've got money I can invest too. Some sort of esports team. So yeah, so now FTX wanted him and some of these other ones. So here is the lawsuit. They're actually seeking this Edwin Garrison. He's seeking class action status so that anyone who would fit into this class action would get, I guess, whatever comes out of this. Okay, so this is the lawsuit that was served on Shaq. Okay, and I want to go to a couple of sections here in the lawsuit. So you'll see here it says, Mr. Garrison, the plaintiff, files this class action complaint on behalf of himself and all others similarly situated against Sam Bankman-Fried, Tom Brady. So see, you see all these people, is Steph Curry, Golden State Warriors, Shaquille O'Neal, and I showed you David Ortiz, and look at there, Naomi Osaka. If you go to the Instagram page, you'll see all of these people pumping this up. And then it said, well, let me go back for a second. It says all parties who either controlled, promoted, assisted in, and actively participated in, and this FTX trading, offer and sale of oh goodness, you guys, I am like clicking all kinds of stuff here. All right, all right, actively offer and sale of unregistered securities in the form of yield-bearing accounts. So they were trying to say they had violated Securities and Exchange Commission laws there too. That's in there. Okay, so you have Shaq identified as a defendant here. This is what he got served with, okay? Identified as a defendant, former professional NBA basketball star, sports analyst, entrepreneur, and FTX brand ambassador, is a citizen and resident of Collin County, Texas. And so you'll see this brand ambassador language here for the other people listed there also. Excuse me. All right, so that's what it's saying. Okay, so now let's see what it says the defendants did. Defendants aggressively marketed the FTX platform. And you guys, I said early on that I had recorded this before, and I don't know, aggressively, I don't know that he was aggressive about it. I went back and looked at some of this, and aggressive to me would mean like hard sales tactics, trying to push something down your throat, like never giving up. We're going to be here every day pushing this. I just didn't see that. I don't know that it was aggressive. I just think it was part of a marketing scheme. This is how we're going to market it. And then they did it and they were sort of done. Oops, sorry, I went forward a little bit. All right, let's see what this says. You tell me if you think what I'm going to show you is aggressive, because I don't think it's aggressive. You tell me. All right. In addition to the conduct of defendant Sam Bankman-Fried, as described in this complaint, some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment have either invested in FTX or been brand ambassadors for the company. A number of them hyped FTX to their social media fans, driving retail consumer adoption of the deceptive FTX platform. In April 2021, FTX became the first company in the crypto industry to name an arena. This helped lend credibility and recognition to the FTX brand and gave the massive fan base of basketball exposure to the deceptive FTX platform. So, yeah, here's the thing, there is sort of this idea, and I need to do a better job of this myself, and that is vetting the people that I enter into professional relationships with. There have been a couple of companies recently in the last couple of years that have caused me such heartache. And I feel like had I done a better job of vetting them, that I would have seen a little bit more. I don't know. But sometimes some of these companies are so good at making everything look good and legitimate. Do you know what I mean? Like, they look like they have all of the procedures in place, that they followed all of the rules. They got all of their practices down. This is going to be easy to do. And the last couple of ones have just been awful. Just been awful. Sometimes I think it's a communication error, but I'm getting way off track here. The idea is that you need to be vetting who these companies are. And a lot of times when we see something that has almost been validated by by those in charge, you know what I mean? By the forces at play, those who have the real power in the room. And you think, okay, well, they must be good to go. FTX, okay, cryptocurrency, look at how much money they've raised. Here's the man who's working on it. He's been written up in all of these magazines. And you think that because other people have already vetted them and checked them out, that they must be good to go. And so therefore you're good to go. And I'm finding out all the time that you guys, we still have to do our own research, because it just is not quite like we think it is. That's about all I can say. All right, so this is part of this this marketing piece that he did. And let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see what else I've got here. Oh yeah, and then they did the proud to sponsor with him. Let me see if I can bring up this video.
I've done a lot in my life. I play a little basketball, sometimes I DJ. I'm just an everyday guy. He puts on his size 23 shoes and checks his FTX account. It doesn't matter what I look like. You know what? This thing is bugging me. Can you help me with this? Turn it off.
Hey, it's Shaquille O'Neal, and I'm excited to be partnering with FTX to help make crypto accessible for everyone. I'm all in. Are you?
That's it. I mean, that's it. Was that aggressive? I don't know. It was designed to be cute and funny, but, to try to say aggressive, I would actually need to go back and look at all of his social media platforms to see how he was pushing this. Was he out there pushing this and tagging this every single day? You know, was he wearing t-shirts? Like, he's got on the t-shirt there. So, you know, when he's out and about, is he wearing the t-shirt all the time? Because generally, if somebody gives me a t-shirt for something, I wear it for that. And unless I really like it, I'm really not a t-shirt kind of person. My daughter loves these t-shirts. I bring them home and she takes them all. And the ones I like, she takes those too. I'm thinking of a couple right now that I'd actually like to have back. But generally, no, I'm not wearing the t-shirt. So did he continue to wear the t-shirt? I mean, you know, I think that in the complaint, there's a way that you state things. But my expectation is I'm going to state it if I have the data and the evidence to back it up. So if I'm going to say he was aggressively marketing this deceptive, quote, deceptive, allegedly, platform, then I would have gone through his social media and I'm going to say, this is how many times he talked about it. This is how many people saw it, or this is how many people engaged with it. Like, I am going to have the data to then show an actual consequence of him pushing this. And I actually probably would have put that in the complaint just to make it stronger, So I would have put all of that in there. I am a person who, you know, I'm not going to walk in there and just like put stuff in a complaint if I can't back it up. I want to be able to back up what I'm talking about. You guys, I'm not just going to be pulling from air or from other places. But yeah, so that was the video. That was it. You tell me, do you think that was it? And so this is the way it is in the complaint. This particular picture is actually taken from the complaint. So this is the piece that you see there. I guess, I don't know. This is Twitter. I guess this is Twitter. So this was on FTX's Twitter page, I believe. So see, you got FTX here. It says, we couldn't keep it secret any longer. We're partnering with the one, the only Shaq, aka Shaq. Okay. And then down here at the bottom under that, you then have the next line in the complaint. And let's see, we can actually see up here. So it's like, and I'm going to have to open it up so that I can see it, because I can't really see it. That's kind of small there. Let's see if I can make that bigger. Can I? I can't even see my own stuff. So he's got like 574 likes. He's got some retweets and some comments. Is that 100 comments? And what is this? 29. You guys, I need magnifying glasses or something. But I don't see thousands there. I don't see thousands. Let me click back over here where I can actually see this thing. And then I can tell you for sure. I can make it big and tell you for sure. It's 100 retweets, 29 quote tweets, 554 likes, 95,000 views, 95,000 views. And it says there, the piece underneath says, defendant Shaquille O'Neal, former professional NBA basketball star, sports analyst, and entrepreneur, also became an FTX ambassador, stating in a video posted on FTX's Twitter account that I'm excited to be partnering with FTX to help make crypto accessible for everyone. I'm all in, are you? So now you understand why he's being sued. Why he's being sued. Yep. So yeah, so he was running away. So here's the story now. So now let's go back to the supposed story that took place, and we'll get rid of all of this. But let's go back to this supposed story. Oh, here was some more. This was all just from the Twitter, you guys. And this is Sam Bankman-Fried. Yeah. There was this story that supposedly this process server was having a hard time finding him and getting the lawsuit to him. You've got to serve the guy the lawsuit. And that there was this occasion where Shaq was leaving his house and the server like threw the paperwork at him or something like that. Now, this is all stories that have been out there, out and about in the media, the social media world. I don't know how true this is. And these papers got thrown at him, and Shaq was just like, I didn't know who that was. I'm just leaving my house. I'm just driving and leaving. I don't know anything about that, you know? So it was kind of really cute. But yeah, so they had trouble getting him served. And ironically, he was served after he finished, I guess, as an NBA analyst one night at the arena, the same arena that used to be the FTX arena, that's no longer because FTX, you know, tanked. That was where he got served. He had just finished up doing a segment. So the world, everything truly circles back around for sure. But that's it. He has now been served. We're going to see what continues to go on with this lawsuit, whether or not there will be class action status. Is that going to happen? Is he just going to say, hey, I'm going to just settle with this person or these people or whatever? I don't know. Very likely he took that lawsuit. He called up his attorney and said, here it is, come get it. You know, or I'll send it to you, courier it over or something like that. But that's it. That's it. I guess that brings you up to speed with what's going on with this lawsuit. Was Shaq being served? Was he papers thrown at him? Was he aggressively marketing? Did that look aggressive to you? It didn't look aggressive to me. I don't know. But you let me know in the comments. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.